Today's episode is sponsored by BarkBox. All of you can get a free BarkBox by going to barkbox.com/dogtraining and signing up for a 6 or 12-month subscription. Click thumbs up for Callie. She's a 4-month-old Australian Shepherd puppy. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel too. For a more complete dog training revolution experience, follow us on Instagram and Facebook and get a copy of my book too. See, it's real normal for people to have different standards and styles for teaching the new dog. But do dogs get confused when more than one person is teaching them? That's what we're going to explore today. No matter how many people are teaching your dog though, it's vital that training is kept interesting. I clearly need to make things more exciting for you, don't I? One of the easiest ways to do that is to frequently have new and different treats and toys for your dog. Let's check out our BarkBox this month. That woke you up, didn't it? Callie, this looks like a treasure chest. BarkBox is a monthly subscription box that sends you extremely original, fun things for your dog every month. It's like a message in a bottle, and the message is, it's a tug toy. Look at this fat parrot. Listen to the crinkly tail. It's really biteable. There's a squeaky toy in it. That is a good dog toy. I told you this would wake you up. Oh look, a super fun, cute bandana. I mean, nothing says fun like a skull and crossbones, right? You got a good tug of war, Callie. Callie hasn't even discovered that there's treats in here yet. She's gonna go nuts. BarkBox always has really high-end premium dog treats in their boxes. Callie, do you like these? Okay, I guess so. There's 2 different kinds of treats in this bag. One is fish and one is chips. Definitely smells like fish. You can get a free BarkBox by going to barkbox.com/dogtraining and signing up for a 6 or 12-month subscription, and shipping is free in the continental United States. How do you effectively train a dog when you likely have multiple people in the household who have different ideas about training and what's most important? Now, the most practical format I've found is by having the person in the house who's most committed to training take charge, accept responsibility, and manage the raising and training of a new dog, and in turn, teach the rest of the family too. That's not to say, though, that each person in the house can't have their own unique relationship with the dog, but your dog will get the most out of living with you by first understanding the rules, what's acceptable and what isn't, and how you expect them to behave. The purpose of having a designated trainer isn't that they're the only one who gets to spend time with a dog. Everybody should be spending lots of time with the dog. But since consistency is so important, it's easier for one person to be really consistent with the dog during the communication building phase. You know, the first few months of training. It's totally possible to have 2 people in the household be the primary trainer, but we'll talk about that in a minute. It's more that the primary trainer is responsible for keeping track of the goals of everyone in the house and making sure that everyone is on the same page as far as training methods and consistency are concerned. Just as a school teacher takes charge of her class, so too does the main trainer in your household. Well, at least with matters relating to the dog. Dogs learn best when they have solid leadership and things are well structured, just like kids do. And just as kids are with their parents, dogs are very good at identifying loopholes and figuring out in very short order who's going to enforce certain rules and who isn't. But of course, there can be more than one primary trainer in a household. However, if this is your situation, you'll need to be very consistent about holding your dog to identical standards that you and the other trainer have agreed upon. But the thing is, if one trainer is more serious about training than the other trainer, this could really inhibit your progress. For example, if you're the primary trainer, you might teach your dog to sit by holding up a treat like this and saying, "Sit, good job." But another member of the household might tell the dog to sit by pointing like this. For a dog new to training, this is likely to make the concept take a little bit longer to internalize, since those are very different hand signals and the cadence of communication is so varied. And this is much less efficient at a time where building that basic communication is critical. However, once a dog really starts to understand something basic like sit, then it's pretty easy for other family members to use different hand signals or interact with a dog in a way that's most natural for them. When you have an exceptionally strong bond with your dog, it's so much easier to teach new things to them. In order to achieve a strong bond, you have to spend so much one-on-one time with your dog. And that makes it more practical for 1 or 2 people to focus on training and building that bond in the beginning. If you do elect to have more than one primary trainer, be sure to detail what the rules are. For example, one of the trainers in the house might be okay with the dog getting on the furniture and the other may not. So work out issues like this ahead of time, agree to back one another up, and speak as one voice. It's not that a dog will only listen to one person forever. It's just best for a dog to have consistent feedback from a really proficient teacher who is focused on training them in the beginning. In my experience, one person in the household is likely to be more interested in training the dog, and that's totally fine. But other members of the family really need to avoid undermining the main trainer or trainers. So whoever is most committed to training training and has the appropriate time to devote to training should probably be the leading candidate for the designated primary trainer position. Now, if the most committed trainer in the house happens to be 12 years old or less, then they likely have other things going on in their life, like growing up themselves, school, and friends. And that'll make it impractical for them to be the designated primary trainer, at least most of the time, no matter how dedicated they are. It's great when kids want to be involved with training, and they totally should be, as much as possible, actually. But ultimately, it's the adult's responsibility to keep training on track. Click thumbs up for Callie and get your free BarkBox when you sign up for a 6 or 12-month subscription. That link will be below. Subscribe to my channel too. We're really active on Instagram and Facebook too, so make sure you follow us. I'll have all those links below. Callie, you did a great job today. Good job.